For those who don't remember how we got here, I was carnivore for about 8 months, had a crazy rash on my chest, on my face. It was burning, I was dying. I dry fasted for 8.5 days. I was like, I'm either gonna die or this is gonna go away. Whatever comes first, I'm cool with. My shoulder snapped. That's not some vegan deficiency. What are you talking about? Shoulders snap, that's normal behavior. I'm not 90. I didn't age super rapidly on the sugar diet. What are you talking about? You think I'm deficient in like 18 known nutrients? What a silly conclusion that was. Just from one snap, that's your thoughts? You're lying to yourself. Let's talk about what I eat now.
I am a vegan, you are a loser.
So basically I've been high carb vegan for 9 months, and it was only the last 3 where I started like adding refined sugar because apparently I thought that this HP Hemsworth guy was like, yeah, the more sugar, the better your insulin. That's not true at all. My blood sugars get worse the more I eat. I'm still super low fat, and I think I've conquered diabetes and insulin resistance, but I can't go overboard and like add 1/4 cup of sugar to my watermelon and then maple syrup on the bananas with jam, and like that was stupid. But I tried your theory. Excess sugar improves insulin resistance. No, it doesn't, not at all. So I've just started adding a sprinkle of common sense back into my diet. And so usually in the morning, I start with half a watermelon or 2 cantaloupes. Right now, I'm adding a tablespoon of sugar just to finish my bag. I have a giant cane sugar organic bag. I just want to finish that off, and I'm not going to continue adding sugar to anything. I don't add it to my water. It's not a health food. I watched a good video from a smaller channel, Skinny on Carbs or something. She sounds like she has quite a bit of knowledge and has been doing this high carb vegan thing for a long time, and she was talking about how sugar ages you, but she eats high carb because the fruits. This is a debate, man, because I've seen a lot of high fruit people not look so young anymore. And like we've all debated it in our minds, like sugar ages you, even from fruit. There's a balance to be had, and it's like the antioxidants anti-age you, but sugar does age you. So like ideally, you would eat the highest antioxidant diet, lowest sugar, but then you're like debating keto nonsense and you're gonna die of a stroke and diabetes in your dick. So like stop doing that path. Go high carb, but eat more antioxidant rich stuff. Don't add refined sugar because that's just all aging, no protection. So after hydrating up with my fruit breakfast, I'm carbed, I'm ready to go. For lunch, what I do, instead of drinking more water after my watermelon, I think that was making me loopy. I'm just trying to like get in all this hydration, and I was like depleting my sodium levels or something, and I was just like peeing so much and there was no balance. So I eat my watermelon, then no water, and then my lunch is a salty pickle followed by 3 mini cucumbers, organic. And so that's like just hydration right there, some minerals, and then I have another carb meal, usually the Sabo bananas, and sometimes leftovers from the dinner before, because it's actually satiating now that I've gotten rid of the white rice. I'm eating quinoa or wild rice, and like I'm noticing I can't finish my dinners because I'm actually satisfied. Something I only remember from the carnivore diet, where I was like, I can't eat any more of the lard. So the white rice meals, I was always just finishing them, and since removing white rice, my skin feels much better. I'm not seeming to get the forehead breakouts. So like teenage girl skin could be ours, and that is the goal. Again, I let you talk me out of it. You were like, oh, teenage girls have acne. You won't want to plant that in your mind. Not the teenage girls I remember from teenagehood. They were all perfect. So like I almost changed my goalpost to be baby boy skin. Who needs a baby dick? I'm gonna be a teenage woman in the face. Now sometimes for lunch, I treat myself with the pickle cucumber thing followed by durian. I was able to digest fatty fruit. My gallbladder didn't freak out, it didn't explode. Oh my God, we have to digest fat all of a sudden? There's fat in everything. Relax. It was just fine. If anything, my blood sugar was actually lower after this fatty durian meal. That was nice, actually. I've been experimenting with a bit of olives at night, just at the very end of my meal. Not every night, just whenever I feel like it. Get a little fat in the body, just testing my blood sugar, and my blood sugar does not seem to be worse the next day after a fatty meal at night, so I could probably increase those. My blood sugars are always under the normal now, even after my huge dinners with the wild rice and stuff. It's always under 140 after 2 hours. That's your goal. So it's always way lower, like 6.8 Canadian number. Like pretty good after wild rice or quinoa. I'm just alternating days. So about 2 or 3 hours after that lunch meal, I'll start hydrating again. I got a liter of water. I put about 4,000 milligrams of vitamin C, little scoop of creatine, and a little scoop of the barley grass juice powder for minerals, and just like it's a little hydrating mix. Is it the most delicious? Not really. It's sour and slightly bitter, and it's not great, but I'm getting antioxidants to balance the sugar. It's a stupid thing to do that I might not continue, but I have these things, and I do kind of want to remove the creatine at some point. I do expect to lose a lot of strength, but I kind of look forward to that. Let me explain myself. Right now, I can do like 12 pull-ups, chin-ups, very slow in control. That's cool. If I took or removed creatine, my workouts would end quicker, and that'd be nice. It's like, oh no, I can only do 6. Cool, we're done quicker. So that'd be cool. Now dinner is where I've experimented the most over the past 3 months. It was white rice a lot. So basically what I do in the morning, I will soak about 1.5 cups or slightly more of either quinoa or wild rice. And I alternate days, usually back and forth. I soak that in water so it's easier to digest. It removes the enzyme inhibitors and stuff. So by the time I'm ready to make dinner, it's been soaking all day. I rinse that off, gets rid of any lead or crazy arsenic that might have been in my rice unknowingly. And then I pressure cook it with some cabbage, just to add some calcium. You gotta be careful with grains. They're very high phosphorus, low calcium. So if you're not eating it with a bunch of high calcium vegetables, you're gonna lose your elbows. So I pressure cook that for like 10 minutes, some spices in there. And then usually I'm adding raw vegetables to that. Some chopped up romaine, onions usually, and then a sauce of some sort. And that's where I've been experimenting. Like, what's the sauce? Because if it's too high in vinegar, it hurts the teeth if you keep eating it. But I've been having some sauerkraut. The teeth feel fine as long as I have enough calcium, I think. So sometimes I add some kale in there or collard greens, just trying to get that calcium up there, and all the cucumbers with the silica. I'm still trying to find the perfect sauce. I don't really know, like if it's too spicy, it does hurt my gut. So like I can't eat too much spice. I can have a little bit. I don't know, I have not found the perfect sauce. I tried to make some. I was getting like lemon with MSG and like sugar. It just wasn't good. I have mustard sometimes. I've just been experimenting like Thai chili sauce or horseradish, or just, I want something fun and flavorful, but not hurting my body. It's been tough to know which one is doing what, and like the spices are very heating, and I suffer with that, especially in a heat wave or something. You start adding like mustard to the body, then you're gonna get a rash, and like things go overheated and the acne, oh my God. I might just start using the MSG alone and remove sauces from the equation and just have it like directly on as I'm eating it, so it'll be hyper delicious for the least amount of stuff. MSG apparently is a superfood. So like, I've been trying it. I don't notice anything bad from it. It's just, it was okay adding it and stirring it in, but it wasn't like hyper delicious. I was expecting like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I started adding my sauces, and then I was just adding MSG to my sauces, and we were learning nothing. We were getting nowhere. So I'm gonna like just put it at the very end, so it's like literally as you're biting it, it was just sprinkled on. Then you'll get the pump for like a very minimal amount. It'll be like less than 1/4 teaspoon eventually. That could be good. But the biggest difference over the past like month has been removing white rice. That has been the biggest key. My blood sugars don't spike as high. I'm not as tired. I'm way more satiated. And the digestion is so much better. Things actually eliminate. So that's what I've been doing. High carb, not very raw at all, like raw till noon type of thing. And it's working for right now. Summer's weird. Like, I suspect mangoes F me. I've felt it before. I get weird acne. Something ain't right with them. They do spike my blood sugar quite a bit, and it takes a while to come down. So there's not a lot of fun fruits available right now. I just got some grapes. I had a terrible papaya the other day. God. So like, fruits are not the funnest thing on earth, even though we're frugivores. Do better, mankind. Make better fruit, because you suck. So starches are much more fun. And I could totally see a world where we're just doing like 2 of those rice meals. Wild rice, of course. Just thumb off the video. You knew what I meant. You could actually thumb the video down, but the main reason you'd be doing it is because you are pickling mushrooms. I've never seen that. That sounds like they don't ferment. It's a fungus. It'll ferment you. They're designed to kill us. Mushrooms are actually Satan. Bet you didn't know that. Yeah. Read the Bible sometime. It's in there. I'm sure of it. Matthew 12:16. Let me just confirm that. Okay, Matthew 12:16. And charged them that they should not make him known. So that basically confirms what we said about the mushrooms. So I love you, God. Thank you for directing me. And Bitcoin comes to me now. Subscribe, and I'll see you next.